Hey guys, this is a segment from the Slumpbuster Podcast. You can find the full episode on any of the various podcast platforms, or of course, subscribe to us on YouTube for more of our content. Other than that, guys, sit down, bust a slump, and enjoy. So let's talk about the almost had to catch myself there. The Washington football team, who last year finished with a grand total of 3 wins in the NFC. From a 3-13 2019 to an offseason that was filled with not a whole lot of positive notes, and not necessarily notes on the football field. That included, one, having to cut Darius Geis, having to change their entire name and identity. They did hire a new head coach. And on the bright side, hey, we got some positive Alex Smith news. He has been officially cleared to come back to practice. Dre, with all those headlines, with all the stuff going on in the nation's capital, what do you make of the Washington football team?
Yeah, so Washington, I don't have a whole lot of faith in them as an organization right now. Just there's so much going on. I think they made the right moves, upgrading at the coaching position, right? But I still think that there's just so much drama. Now, the Alex Smith news, you're right, is actually good. Alex Smith might be the best quarterback that they have right now, which is crazy to say, especially coming off that spiral fracture injury that he had, and then, all of the infections and going through all of that.
Let's start right there. We know Alex Smith is healthy. He's been cleared to practice. He's been cleared to play.
Mm-hmm.
Are you, week 1, who's the starter in Washington if you had to put your money on it?
I think it might be Alex Smith. If he's healthy, I think Alex Smith is the best quarterback that they have, right? And he's proven it. He's proven that he is a sufficeable quarterback. It's just sucked that, he's had either a history of getting hurt or just a history of not being able to get past some of those big games. But he's been good. And I think as long as he still has it, he's the best quarterback on their roster. So I would say you have to go with Alex Smith as long as they're not being overly conservative with him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not really much of a Dwayne Haskins believer. I saw the end of the year last year, and every now and then he'd have a big pop play. But just the week-to-week consistency, the play-to-play consistency, I've never been a big fan of his. And I'm not a huge Alex Smith guy just in general. When I'm talking prime Alex Smith, what the guy can do. But I think if you're Ron Rivera and you're trying to win games, because even though I don't have the Redskins personally winning a lot of games this year, I think Ron Rivera is the type of coach that wants to put his best team and his best effort out there. And if you're Dwayne Haskins coming off your rookie year, which was subpar, I don't think it's the worst thing for him to even potentially sit a year behind Alex Smith. You want to know another quarterback who had to sit a year behind Alex Smith? Patrick Mahomes. Do I think Dwayne Haskins is nearly at the tier of Patrick Mahomes? No. But clearly Patrick did tout Alex's ability to teach him and convey how to play the game. So I think that's a great learning opportunity for Haskins. Now, let's talk about another headline. I just want to get your thoughts because we didn't really address it. I was kind of more or less saving it for this show. Mm-hmm. The Darius Geis news. So Darius Geis, not only was he cut last week due to an incident that involved strangulation, which just off the bat, anytime a player turns themselves in for strangling another person, you have questions are raised. And then a couple headlines come out of LSU. Do you think that a 35-year-old Adrian Peterson and Antonio Gibson are enough to really keep this backfield going with Darius Geis? And did you have any thoughts about Darius Geis' situation as a whole?
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot more to mention, right? Like, obviously, Darius Geis just seems like he's in a world of trouble right now, right? Like, of course, you said the strangulation stuff, but the allegations that are coming out of LSU are pretty serious, right? They're rape allegations. And I'm not 100% on board of like we need to believe every single time without evidence and without, jury trial. But I understand that these are very serious allegations. And if true, right, like he's probably never playing football ever again. So I don't have too much more to add than that. But yeah, that backfield, that's definitely in trouble. I don't think so. And we've even seen that, AP, after he got back from the spanking incident, has just never, quite been the same, right? Never been able to generate the same numbers. So that is going to be one spot that they hope, that they're going to need some productivity out of, especially if the quarterback play isn't quite up to par where they need it to be. Otherwise, their offense is just going to be a mess.
Yeah. Overall, this team finished 3-13 last year. Not knowing what's going on at quarterback, I have them finishing 1-15. I have them taking a huge step back. And I just don't see where this team improved. There's so much offseason turmoil that no other organization will have to experience. And as I'm going through their schedule, I just had a hard time finding wins for them. So between them and the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence is either going to end up in the nation's capital or wherever Jacksonville decides to house their franchise moving forward. But overall, what is your record prediction for the Washington football team, Dre?
I actually am in 100% agreement with you. I had them going 1-15 as well. I think Alex Smith, if he truly is healthy, maybe adds a few wins to that. But right now, I'll say 1-15.
Yeah, it's just an untalented roster. It's not that great at more positions than wide receiver one. I like Terry McLaurin. Their defense, obviously Chase Young, it's going to be exciting to see him from a rookie pass rushing perspective. But not a lot of rookies just come in and have double-digit sacks either. So I don't think their defense is going to be worlds different from last year.